Hello, it is cut test time. Now, this is the Zero Tolerance 0220. Now, this has been a gravel knife of mine for a long time, and I finally got one, and I love it to bits. Now, Zero Tolerance and these cut tests, they're the only knives that don't sit in the results. So, I've tested two types of VG10 on a thick Falkniven and on a Spyderco Delica. Pretty much the same. 1095 on different grinds, the same. Just Zero Tolerance's S35VN on two knives, on the 0909 and the 0450, were way below what the S35 was on three other knives, on a Kaiser, on an LA Police Gear, and on a Chris Reeve. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know what is going on with the heat treat, or with whatever it is, why that happens. But yeah. So this one is the same steel again. It's S35VN, so I'll be interested to see. It's a very similar type of grind to the 0909, but as usual, I've put a micro-convex edge bevel on the edge of the knife, 20 degrees inside, either side, using the Worksharp knife and tool automatic pull-through sharpener kitchen knife guide. So I'll be cutting the same twisted sisal rope as I do every time, and the test will be of when the knife no longer easily slices paper. So I'll use the forward belly portion of the knife, and we'll just see how this one goes. I hope it's good, because I love this knife. Not that 110 or whatever the 0909 did was terrible, but you know, you want it to swing with other pocket knife steels. Yeah, S35VN might be great as a tough, durable steel with a lower Rockwell, but that's maybe more suited for a fixed blade knife. I would prefer my folding pocket knives, if they are S35VN, to be up, you know, in this scale, about the 170 plus range of, you know, other powder steels at least. So yeah, if this is the first one of these tests you're watching, check the list at the end, which will scroll, showing all the knife steels, and you'll get a bigger picture about how everything sits. So without further ado, let's get into the 0220 and see how many pieces of rope this cuts before it no longer reliably slices paper on that little edge there. It's a good result, 194 cuts. So that makes me very happy, because I was very happy to get this knife, and I was kind of dreading doing this test, thinking, it's going to be that same soft steel, but everyone's going to be like, test the steel, test the steel. And I'll be like, kind of don't want to know. And but there we go. So this one, I don't know, what does this mean? Maybe this is a newer knife from a newer year where the heat treatment was different. It's almost, I think it's a thicker knife than the 0909, and the grind is more or less the same, and that did 112, 111 and then 113 on retest. So I think it's definitely the steel. It was the steel, I would suggest. I'm pretty happy that my Worksharp edge, and this test tests just that last bit of edge that the Worksharp edge puts on steel, because as I said, I've had thick knives and thin knives get about the same results with similar steel, or with the same steels. So yeah, I don't know, but this one is performing like S35VN sort of should, by both reputation and by, you know, its sister steels as well, other powder metal steels being of about that, you know, the lower end ones, and I mean that, I use that term objectively, like S30V and stuff, within that 170 to 200 range, really, really good. So that makes me very happy, this test, and it makes me very happy with this knife. So another win for me. It's been a good couple of days. So that is interesting, and I'm very, very glad I've come across a zero tolerance knife that doesn't have the same issue with edge retention. So there we go. Versus man-made materials such as rope, this S35VN in the zero tolerance 0220 in my experience, cut 194 times before it no longer held a fine slicing edge. So, thanks for watching, dudes. I'll see you later. Bye.